I would like to acknowledge that this video is being filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander or First Nations people who may be watching this video today. Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my October book haul for you. I acquired a ridiculous number of books in October and I'm not going to go through all of them here because the majority of them came from Books Inside Melbourne, which was the book event that I went to. I have a complete vlog that does have a book haul in there. You can use the timestamps to skip to the book haul and just watch that. I will leave it linked on the screen. I'm not going through those books because otherwise this video would be really long. So this is just the books that I acquired outside of that. And I've just realized, because I'm looking at them in the bookshelf behind the camera, that I have not pulled 8 books off the shelf. Please hold. Okay, I'm now surrounded by even more books, but you know, we're fine. I did receive 3 picture books for review in October. There is Back on Country by Adam Goodes, Ellie, Laing and David Hardy. I have talked about this one. It has a separate review. I will leave it linked on the screen. It is a fantastic next installment in their series all about Australia's First Nations people and culture. Beautifully illustrated, absolutely a joy to read. Highly recommend. There is also A is for B, an alphabet book in translation. This is an alphabet book with a twist. All of the letters of the alphabet correlate with an animal, but that animal is not in the traditional place where you would find it in the English alphabet, but it is in a place where the name for the animal is translated in other languages. You will find it under there, hence A is for B, because in various languages, the word for B begins with a traditional A sound. I absolutely loved it. It is gorgeous. The illustrations are just stunning. And as I said in my review for it, there is a website where you can actually hear the word being spoken by a native speaker. And I think that is a really fantastic idea. And there is Need a House, Call Miss Mouse. And this is about an artist and architect called Henrietta, I believe is her name. She's a mouse and she designs homes for animals and they are just stunning. And if you have a really close look, you can see all of her amazing designs and how intricate they are and how they fit the animal that has requested the design. It's stunning. It's beautiful. Absolutely loved it. All of those books were sent to me by Alan and Unwin, so thank you very much to them for those review copies. They also sent me another one of Anh Doh's series, The Champ. This is the second book in the series called Rock and Roll. This one looks like a hockey one. So I'm assuming these are all sports books, but because this was the second book, I just decided to pick up the first book as well. So I actually purchased this one. So this came from the publisher. This was the one that I picked up. It is book 1 and it's just called The Champ. So I will be reading these really soon to review them. And then very excitedly last week, Archangel's Resurrection by Nalini Singh turned up and this was sent to me by Hachette for review. I'm very grateful for it. It is absolutely stunning. I will have a dedicated reading vlog. I'm not sure if it'll go up before or after this, but I will leave it linked on the screen if it's already available. I absolutely cannot remember what book number we're up to in the series. Hang on, maybe I can count. It's got to be like book 15 or 16 or something like that. So yes, very eager to dive into this as soon as possible. You will have seen that I received 1 subscription box this month and I received Reverie and Redemption, and this is a beautiful foiled special edition cover of the book. This is a Why Choose Paranormal romance story. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the Books Inside Melbourne vlog, so again, I direct you to that video because otherwise we'll be here forever. But I absolutely loved this. I thought it was a really cool story. And I am definitely eager to check out more of Kaydence Snow's work. So then moving into the other books that I acquired this month. I did pick up all of the books in the Deadly 7 series. I purchased these directly from the author. They are sci-fi romances featuring genetically created humans with superhuman abilities. So there is the prequel novella Sinner. Book 1 is Envy. Book 2 is Greed. Book 3 is Wrath. Book 4 is Sloth. Book 5 is Gluttony. Book 5 is Lust. Book 7 is Pride. And the 8th and final book is Despair. With the exception of the prequel novella, each book in the series follows one of the siblings from the Deadly 7. The prequel is about the 2 adults who rescue and raise the kids. I have talked about these in really recent Books Beside My Bed videos. I absolutely adored them. Like, I fully loved them, and now I desperately want to read everything by Lana because clearly I liked her writing style. I also bought a copy of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu, Mandanna. I have heard really great things about this and I would like to pick it up sometime in the near future. I get the feeling that it will be a very cozy kind of paranormal read, so I'm looking forward to it. I also bought a physical copy of When Gracie Met the Grump by Marianna Zapata because superhero romance, I loved it. I wanted it on my shelf and I do want to reread it and tab it up. This will probably not be an immediate reread, but it will be something that I try and get to in the next 12 months so that I can mark down all of my thoughts, because I loved this. Two books that I picked up that I've been thinking about purchasing for the longest time. Like, I've been going backwards and forwards on whether or not I actually pick them up or not. The books in the Moonlight and Motor Oil series by Kristen Ashley. So there is book 1, which is The Hookup, and book 2, which is The Slow Burn. I absolutely love these, and while I know that Kristen Ashley's writing style is not for everyone because she writes very alpha heroes, I loved this series. Heather got me into reading it and I just absolutely adore them. So I really wanted physical copies, and these are the new covers. They didn't have these covers when I first read them. I did pick up a copy of Lore Olympus Volume 3. I'm collecting these and reading them in physical form. So this came out and I knew I had to get it. It is on my TBR for November. If you've seen my TBR game, you'll know that I am going to be picking this up very soon. I haven't read it yet, but it is coming. The next two books are total impulse buys that I'd seen somewhere. It was either on TikTok or Instagram or something like that. And I was just intrigued because they sounded like sci-fi romances, but with more like, I don't know if they're superheroes or if they're like genetically modified or something like that. And, you know, I'm in that frame of mind, so I picked them up. They are book 1 and 2 in the Derivatives Rising trilogy. So there is The Underground and The Hub. I have to make sure they don't hit the light because they're very shiny. And I bought these direct from the author Liz Evans. They came with sprayed edges, which are really cool, and I'm excited to get to these at some point because I think they sound really cool. I know that they're dystopian romance. I know that the humans have different psychic abilities. I know someone is a teleporter, I believe, and yeah, that's all I want to know before I go into the books, because I want to go into them without knowing too much so that I get the full experience. And then lastly, I picked up some books from an Australian online independent romance store. Picked up a copy of Dance All Night by Alexis Daria because I love the Dance Off books. I know these are getting new covers and I can't get books 1 and 2 in these covers, but I wanted the novella, so I've got it. And I have read this. It is a holiday novella, and I love having my little collection of holiday novellas to read, so it's here. I need to own more Alexis Daria books because I really enjoy her writing. And then I picked up 2 Kylie Scott books because I will be meeting her next year, and I want to try out a range of her books. So there is Love Under Quarantine by Kylie Scott and Audrey Carlan. This is set during the pandemic. Or during a pandemic. I'm not as triggered by that as some people, so I thought I would try it. And it is a sports star, and it's a sports star and a romance writer, which was very intriguing for me. And then Fake by Kylie Scott, which I believe he is a celebrity. I think he's a celebrity. Yes, he's a celebrity, and there ends up being an arrangement with a no strings fake romance, which I thought was really cool. Those are the books, aside from what I acquired at Books Insight Melbourne, that I acquired in October, which is a lot, but you know, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. So there's more physical books in my future, but that's okay. I like to mix it up. In the comments, I would love to know if you've read any of these books, or feel free to share some things that you picked up in October that you're really excited to read or that you've read and absolutely loved. I'd love to know. Otherwise, I hope that wherever you're in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.